What's up, y'all? It's funny, this is what I find myself saying before every video, but it's the first linguistic input that I find myself faced with when I start any video, and that is, just wanted to make a quick video. So, here you go. Hi guys, just wanted to make a quick video. I was meditating on, if you like, I find that to be kind of a nauseating phrase nowadays because of how, passe it has become, but that's beside the point. I was thinking last night before bed, and then thought long into kind of twilight sleep about a concept, and even when the fact was, upon waking, I couldn't remember it. As the day has gone on, it's come back to my awareness, and it is, I think, and the reason it kind of glowed to me in my, visual representation of thought space last night and this late morning and early afternoon, is because I think it is the foundational, that is to say, the most important conceptual representation of the difference between a person and an animal, or if that verbiage is too incendiary, a open-minded person in the truest sense and a closed-minded person, or a maverick and a sheeple follower, or a person capable of affecting change in humans' goings on in organizations and in their interactions, versus a person who is easily duped, or a person who is resistant to indoctrination, programification, propagandization, and the people who would serve to perpetrate atrocities on others for fear of retribution or persecution or prosecution. It's the most important defining characteristic for maintaining what I think is so important on this channel. I'd have a harder time articulating its basis for physical fitness. And, well, I guess that's the only one, because I can certainly defend its point as the foundational bedrock for mental health, emotional stability, and spiritual satisfaction. So, okay, without further ado, what the F am I talking about? What I'm talking about is a person's, and just so I'm clear, there was something that precipitated this epiphany, and that is this video of Dana White, a billionaire, an easily slandered, powerful person in the culture, who is in the limelight often because of his running of UFC, Ultimate Fighting Championship, a billion-dollar, multi-billion-dollar promotion for mixed martial arts. A quick clip from the post-fight press conference of, I think it was UFC event number 297, but it was Sean Strickland versus Dricus du Plessis. He just perfectly encapsulates this thing that I'm talking about. And it's what animates my fervor and ongoing passion for arguing for the kind of reasonable center, if you will, or the rational right of the far left in the culture war. And I've said this so many times on my channel, it's so odd as a, Silicon Valley leftist, Western rational kid to find themselves intellectually defending the right in any sense politically. But the culture war in the United States has found the classic liberalism co-opted and corrupted and hijacked by collectivist, neo-Marxist, frankly, communist ideology for just sheer ignorance of communism. Okay, so what does Dana White say? Dana White says what is perfectly illustrative of the difference in philosophies between these two groups, if you like, or this bifurcation in choice, this fork in the road that we all have in our life, and that is this: you can operate, and you'll feel the difference. This is what trips me out in your life, trying to be on good terms and get one up and get points and have that immediacy of real-time experience work for you, and you can be willing to say whatever you expect to be advantageous in that sense, and you can conduct yourself irrespective of any kind of higher order ideal like truth or justice or goodness or God or integrity. You can do that. It is within your power to lie, cheat, and steal. I wouldn't advise it, but you can do that. That path is available to you. Okay? Versus being a person who speaks the truth, irrespective of the social consequences, that immediate energy economy that seems to play to the Machiavellian manipulator, charlatan, snake oil salesman, huckster who plays for the immediate gratification of social coercion. You can lie or you can tell the truth. You can act in accordance of what you deem in your heart. Like there's no faking what I'm trying to speak to. By your own definition of morality in the highest sense, acting in accordance with it. Like speaking the truth. Come hell or high water. To heck with the consequences. Being that kind of person. And you can feel it when you do it, because there's a sort of, how would you say? There's a sort of charging into the unknown, with pike and shield, not knowing, what's to come. There's a sense of that, right? There's a mystic, there's a mythic hero's journey in that. Saying the truth, right? Versus whatever motif or representational architecture you could build around. I mean, I think, and it's what's getting me more into a deep dive and sober study of religion, and for that reason I've found myself listening to a lot of public religious intellectuals like Jordan Peterson and others. I'm listening to one of his podcasts right now. The archetype that describes the opposition of truthful thought is the satanic fall from grace, right? It's a casting aside of the North Star of ultimate goodness, of Christ, of the striving for perfect human love, for a preferential exaltation of the intellect. It's so clear to me, and I find it to be fascinating. So the reason, it's not a difficult mapping onto the clip of Dana White and this just reprehensible, so-called journalist, really an activist, And, I want to destroy the idealism that motivates wickedness in the conduct of the propagandized, brainwashed, woke left. And that is no attack on anybody's person. I have to be perfectly clear. God bless all these people, right? This is not a want to, hurt anybody's person. It is a want to allow our ideas to, do combat in conceptual space such that we can bring to light the Trojan horse of woke leftism that's smuggling into Western Christian, Judeo-Christian, English common law freedom. It's smuggling in totalitarian conduct. And this cannot be ignored. So UFC 297, I think it was conducted in Toronto in Canada, and Canada is as woke or more than the United States in the sheer inertia and volume of these ideas, weight in journalism, the production of movies, Hollywood, the educational system, the universities are a laughingstock right now. Corporate America, anywhere where people have been able to infiltrate and propagate these ideologies, and they make no great attempt to conceal how they propagate and draw fanaticism in the propagation of falsehood through buzzwords and catechisms like DEI, ESG, equity, reverse racism, tolerance, historical oppression, not personal oppression, historical oppression, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So this guy, I don't know him. I don't know who it is. I don't know what organization, what, publication he was representing, but they were trying to cancel, and him specifically was trying to call out Sean Strickland. And he said to Dana White, man, you give these fighters a long leash, and they're starting to talk things like, homophobia and transphobia, implying that his opinion on the speech of an independent contractor for a mixed martial arts promotion meant anything in terms of what the promotion should do and how the independent contractors that constitute the fighters of the Ultimate Fighting Championship should be allowed to conduct themselves. And Dana White had the perfect response. I'll just let you watch it. Yeah, man, I'm so impressed. He just goes, leash? Like, leash? You think I have these guys and gals on a leash? Like, what are you talking about? I don't tell anybody what to think or what to say. And I thought that was a perfect encapsulation of, again, the difference between people that say what is in accordance with their heart and their experience, damn the consequences, or those who try to play for power, play for status, play for personal benefit in a way that represents a exaltation of intellect as material boon over the recognition of ultimate truth through experience as representation of divine order and God's grace and love. And yeah, I'll leave you guys with that. I know that was kind of a meandering exploration of this idea, but I hope I did it justice. I'm going to put this video out there, and then I'll kind of play with this video and see if I can cut in the, video of Dana White, like clips of that interview. Again, it's the post-fight press conference for Sean Strickland and Dricus du Plessis. The clip's out there all over the interwebs, but I hope I did a decent job articulating my thoughts, because I think that this, and I would love to come back to this as many times as is necessary, is the most important idea that I can speak to in terms of what animates this channel, what animates me, what undergirds, not necessarily physical fitness, or I'd have to think through that, mental health, emotional stability, and spiritual satisfaction. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. See you next time. There's Sage Girls, and I'm going to go work out. Bye-bye.